Hi YouTube. Hi. My name is Insane Raven, if you've never been here before, and I know this episode is late, and I know they've started becoming more and more late, and I'm sorry, but I have other things going on. But that's not the only thing with this episode. I know that you don't have a nice flashy thumbnail to look at the entire time that I'm talking this time, because doing this episode was a last second decision. Because I got the platinum yesterday. Like, we're talking 2022. And I was like, good, I can add this onto the pile of episodes I have to record and do, and then we'll all be good. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, hold on. This train wreck of a game went live service. It has seasons. It has updates quite regularly, being a MMORPG. My first MMORPG. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I do not want to be in a Fall Guy situation. Like, I do not want to be in another situation where I upload the podcast episode, rather, and there'll end up being more relevant information literally the day it comes out, like information that I can't, for my own expertise, consider. So I was debating it, if I wanted to kind of like delay the planned episode for today and kind of push it back, and then I decided to not do that instead. But I've been pretty much deciding that all day today, whether or not I was going to actually put this episode up, or just, actually do what I was supposed to do. But no, ladies and gentlemen, today's episode of Tales of the Hunt with your host, Insane Raven, we're talking about Fallout 76, the train wreck by Bethesda that came out in 2018 that still cannot get its shit together. Man, I remember how excited I was to play this game. I played this game with my same friend that we did Minecraft together. I was like, look, bro, I've never lost a race for a platinum trophy. I think this is going to be a fun game to play together. Let's race to get to the platinum trophy. He was like, sure, that sounds fine. And then a week later, he gave me, he was like, got the platinum, where's my prize money? And I was like, fuck. I forgot that he didn't have a job at that point, and just completely put me under the table. That's not true at all. It took him like a month. Yeah, it took him a month or so to do it. But it was absolutely brutal. But this game, our hunt starts out on 11/14/2018, Reclamation Day. But, I want to talk about the history of Fallout 76, but I don't feel like there's anything I can talk about here in 2022 that you guys don't already know. It was the game that kept giving fuck-ups and train wrecks the entire time it existed. And it still exists. I was so impressed. That there was people playing the game and actually loving the game. I had moments in my hunt where I was like, okay, that was fun. Or that was a fun 15 minutes. But the most fun I had in this game was when I was watching my XP go faster and faster, because I was like, I don't have to play this game soon. That was the most fun I had with this game. Which is the shame, because I don't think, other than Destiny, which I just didn't quite click with either when I first started playing it, I don't think there has been, an MMORPG on consoles. And, oh, no, Final Fantasy 14. I'm sorry, Lelouch. I almost insulted you as well, because my other friend is absolutely obsessed with Final Fantasy 14 to the point that it's oppressive. He what he wants to do one of these days is he wants to get me a pop figurine from Final Fantasy 14 and just kind of like stare at me. That's his whole life goal is right now. And it is awful. Like, it is a curse. Because I do not want to play Final Fantasy 14. That is an MMORPG's MMORPG. Like, it is terrifying to think about on my perspective. Like, no, I don't want to do it. What was this? Yeah. But besides Destiny, Final Fantasy 14, I don't know if there's been an MMORPG. Oh, Warframe. Yeah, there's been a couple, I guess. I'd be hard pressed to find 5. What was the point of this podcast? Oh, right, trophies. But Fallout 76 was a game that I got really excited for, actually. I picked it up coming pretty much fresh off the heels of platinuming Fallout 4. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna love this. Obviously, I'm gonna love this. You know, Fallout 4 I thought was really good without any other experience with a Fallout game. I absolutely loved it. I was like, this is such a great time. Playing it with my friends should also be a great time. And then it came out and the world saw it for what it was, and it was awful. So me and my buddy were racing. Fluffy. Me and Fluffy were racing. And he beat me. I'm like, alright, cool. That's great. I have not had a single good time playing this game. And then I put it down. And I let it sit there. Now, to my conspiracy of Ravens, I want to be upfront with you guys. I am not going to be continuing my PlayStation Plus membership. So I'm not going to be able to go online for a lot of things. And I got really scared because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish Fallout 76 in time. So I had to come back to it. Which then means I have to go back 4 years in time to talk about the beginning of this hunt before we can get up to where I currently am. Now, Reclamation Day is just for leaving Vault 76. It's for playing the game for less than 10 minutes. That is what you get a trophy for. That's the kind of game we're dealing with. And then Retro Now is for playing a holotape game. Go to your items, slide all the way over, and click holotapes. You just find one that says play. There you go. Quick and easy. A fighting chance. I'm pretty sure this is also another tutorial trophy because there are crafting tables all around the world. Again, with everything, there's an element of chance and just luck in getting stuff to open up and to pop up. So be aware. That, you know, things might just move around. Tested metal. This is for completing 5 challenges. Not that hard. I want to just look at it real quick. Oh, again. So the challenges are just for like exploring things around. You'll get atoms, which is the in-game currency. For completing said challenges, they're not hard at all. And honestly, you kind of just get them by natural gameplay. Like, getting this trophy isn't hard at all. Same thing with Junker Funk. Just for picking up 200 pieces of junk. Again, not that difficult whatsoever. First Contact is one of these story missions. I could not tell you to save my life what this mission actually is. All I know is that I leveled up and I got a pack of perks for it. Moving on, second helpings, completing the second helpings trophy. Happy Camp for building a camp. Again, this is another just tutorial type mission because you need to do all of the entry level campaign missions. That is going to go through a good chunk of things and is going to actually do a lot of the beginning entry work for you, which is good. It doesn't sound like it's good, because that means you have to play the game. But it is good in the sense of like, oh, okay, I can do this type thing. So there's all that. Just kind of keep in mind that sometimes things get harder to do because people suck. Unfortunately, Fallout 76 has like just a kind of broken progression system, I would call it, which makes leveling up and being mindful of things super easy. Hello, motorcycle outside. I do not have time for cuts, so just hello, motorcycle. Second skin. This is for crafting 5 pieces of armor. Again, you're gonna have to go to an armor workshop, kind of different from the weapons workshop. Do the same thing and keep on going. Perked up. Fully rank up a perk. This is for every time you rank up, you have the opportunity to pick perks. What you need to do is pick up multiple copies of the same perk and then upgrade your perks. It's gonna cost you some caps, but honestly, it's almost forgettable as a trophy. It's just something that you end up doing just if you want to be good at the game. I picked Gladiator, which is wild to see. Looking at the picture of the moment it was taken, it's wild because I never used Gladiator. Never used that perk, actually. I think it might have just been one of the things where it's like, oh, okay, I have to get this trophy. Let me do this. Next trophy is going to be for Wild West Virginian, which is, it's fun because it is for getting to level 10. I got it by discovering a place. It's so cute to see me at level 10 with a flaming pitchfork, because that just shows me, even from the beginning of my platinum journey, I did not want to fuck around with the guns in this game. And I didn't fuck around with any of the guns. I picked up things and just swung at things. And there you go. Personal Matters, complete Personal Matters. It's another one of those fun campaign missions. Oh, looking at just all the all the missions I had open, it's just disgusting. That is way too much stuff. And I don't even know if that is a matter of like me being poor. No, because back then you couldn't do it properly. Back then, you had to kind of just hold on to everything. We must rebuild. This is for building 20 camp items. You're gonna want to have a lot of junk to just be holding on to, and just be constantly building. I know I built a bunch of garbage. But again, still level 10. This is because I didn't realize how easy it is to actually level up. And once we get to the level 50 and level 100 trophies, I'll go a little bit more into detail with that. But luckily for you, I got them pretty much back to back. Those were some of my last trophies I had to get. So you actually get a lot of your trophies before you get even halfway through level-wise. It is kind of ridiculous. A real challenger for completing 20 challenges. Final Departure for completing Final Departure. It's another campaign trophy. I keep forgetting the word for some reason. Ain't He the Cutest? This is for collecting a bobblehead. There are perks that let you give audio cues to looking for bobbleheads, but PS5 trophies has a wonderful little list to kind of show you where everything goes. So just keep that in mind. Again, but some of that is kind of outdated because it is an MMORPG. So some of the glitches and exploits that he talks about you really can't do. So just keep that in mind. This is all information from 3 years ago. So, it might not be the most accurate information nowadays. Pest control for killing 300 creatures. That does include the Scorched, so you should be fine. At this point, I'm only at level 12. So you can definitely mess things up. Photo Bomber, I got this 4 months after the last trophy. I was apparently playing this on my birthday back in 2019, which is, sad. But Photo Bomber for taking 20 pictures. Kill or be killed, kill another enemy player. I'm pretty sure, I think this was just my friend Fluffy. I think me and Fluffy were just like, hey, you want to get this help each other get this trophy, and we just killed each other a bunch. Pretty sure what that's about. Pioneer Scout, discover 100 locations. Into the Fire, complete Into the Fire. Another one of those fun campaign trophies. At this point, to kind of put in perspective how the race was going, I was at level 18. Fluffy was at level 23. So it was not going well for me. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. So I'm looking at the picture. And you have all my missions that were active. Then you have all the Fluffy's missions that were active on top of them. So literally just the far right hand of my screen is just filled with just text. And I'm also in a power suit, so my UI already sucks. Oh, it's just awful. Never go it alone. Join 20 teams. I'm pretty sure this is just me and Fluffy. Nope. There was a person when I was level 21 at level 139. I don't know what to do with that information. I just don't. Giant Slayer. This is for killing 5 giant creatures. Scorch Beasts count. And Murloc Queens count. And that's about it. Otto Williams will count if you're doing the what's going on in the mines mission. That also counts. But not a lot of stuff actually counts for this trophy. Which is kind of disappointing. I think Mothman counts. But I can't say that for certain. Bounty Hunter, kill a wanted player. These are for putting out a bounty on another player and then kill that player. Which, a lot of fun. Big fun. Big fun. Moving on. Appalachian Trailblazer, this is for reaching level 25. Just to kind of, once again, put this into perspective. Fluffy, at the time I had gotten my trophy, I got in the Bounty Hunter trophy for killing him. He was at level 48. He was destroying me in this race. Just destroying me. Not even a question. Gimme. This is for picking 50 locks. You're going to have to do some perception stuff and just be constantly picking locks. Every lock that you can find, just pick it. Ground Zero. Be at Ground Zero of a nuclear blast. Fun stuff. I think I was blown up. I think I went there on purpose ahead of time and then got blown up to get the trophy, which is, super fun. Mistress of Mystery. This is one of the actually fun side missions. Actually memorable side missions. I ended up carrying around the gun you get from this mission just as my main weapon for a while. It was just a good time. Good time. Scorched Earth. Win the Scorched Earth events. This is one of the few trophies that actually have to do with the events. Even though most of the trophies actually have to do with events. Because you are going to be grinding out events to save time. Leveling up is going to be 100% tied to your events. And the Scorched Earth event is one of them. Basically, once a nuke drops at a particular area, what you're going to want to do is just, at the very least, be shooting your gun at everything that moves. And just being in the area will get you the trophy. For Scorched Earth, again, to kind of put it in perspective how our race was going, I was at level 30. Fluffy was at level 121. I'm pretty sure he already had the platinum at this point. He destroyed me. Swag. This is for collecting 10 bobbleheads. Again, which is one of the things of have your audio cue perk up and be looking for them and you will get them. Key to the Past. This is actually a campaign mission once again. We're finally back on the trail of campaign missions and how fun it can be. With probably one of my least favorite characters of all in gaming, Rose. Rose the person? Rose the Raider. That's her name. I hated her. She was awful. Monarchs of Murder. Mod 50 weapons. Just going back to your workshops and using those. Appalachian HOA. Building 100 camp items. I don't actually think I did anything fancy here, to be honest. Queen of the Hunt, complete Queen of the Hunt. I believe it is a daily, which means this is one of the ones that you can just keep doing over and over and over again and be good. I actually am teamed up with someone for this, and the only reason why I'm mentioning this is because it's fun. My name is Insane Raven, and they will Raven 1997. That's fun. We both had Ravens in our names. But yeah. Just one of the daily missions. I think I only did it once and never again because it was just forgettable. But, you know. Field Medic. Revive 20 fallen players. As long as you're part of a team, this should be pretty easy. Nothing more to say about that. It's just one of the things that you have to be mindful of having to do it. Breach and Clear. This is for winning the Breach and Clear events. There are a number of these in the game at this point, and they work really well if you're doing modding for weapons or armor, or if you want to build some of your camp materials. This is a really good event to do this because it gives you a lot of raw material. So, great trophy. Great event. Decent trophy. Bunker Buster, complete the Bunker Buster trophy. This is another campaign mission, which, you know, super fun. Again, putting in the perspective, my Fluffy was at level 130. I was at level 35. He completely destroyed me in this race. Monster Mash. These are for completing the Monster Mash event. Luckily for you, no one else has to be doing this event. You just have to do it yourself. Even though I did do it with Fluffy once again. No big deal. Recruitment Blues. This is for, I believe this is a side mission. Yeah, this is a side mission. Just to kind of get that out of the way. Heart of the Enemy. Complete Heart of the Enemy. It's another side mission. No, it's a daily. I lied. It's a daily. Which isn't fun. It's all coming back to me now. It sucks. Coming to Fruition. Complete the Coming to Fruition mission. Campaign mission. One of Us. Campaign mission. Officer on Deck. Campaign mission. I could not tell you what the actual beginning mainline story of this game was. I couldn't tell you. I know there's something with the Enclave. I know that I think they're evil and they're lying to you, and they wanted to build a bunker for all the super rich people. But that's all I actually know about the campaign of this game. That's it. Literally read 20 magazines. There's a perk that lets you find magazines out in the open that you can go ahead and do. Super easy. Once you have the perk and once you're kind of looking around. My level was 44 at this point. Fluffy was at 134. Just painful. Code Cruncher. This is for hacking 50 terminals. Not as many terminals as you would think are actually in this game, which is kind of annoying with how many this actually requires you to do. It's not like another Fallout game where you can just, where there's set locations. They're all set locations and they keep resetting, which makes it a bit easier. But, nah. Alright, so that, I got Code Cruncher in 09, 07, 2019. And then I got American Hero January 24th, 2022. That's how big of a gap there was between me not wanting to play this game again. I did not want to touch this game with a 10-foot pole, if I'm honest. But that's when I got the American Hero trophy. You get this trophy for getting to level 50. Now here's how you're going to get to level 50. With the current rules in place. Again, this episode is coming out 02/06, 2022. So this is how you're going to do it to maximize your XP. First, you're going to get as many of your special points into intelligence. You can only max out at 15. So pick intelligence and one other thing and pretty much that's going to be your set. Everything else is going to be a bit weaker. This is because for every point in intelligence, you get a plus 2% to your XP bonuses. Baseline. Great. Then you're going to get your perception up to about level 4 minimum. And that's because you want the inspirational perk. This then gives you another XP bonus every time you're a part of a team. So with those two in, and it increases as you continue to rank up. I think it goes 5%, 10%, 15%. Doesn't matter. At the end of the time, I had that card fully ranked up. Next, you are never not going to be in a team. Even if you're not playing with them, even if they're just doing casual, you're always going to be in a team. Actually, unless you're like going through a bunch of events or the daily ops, I highly recommend always being in a casual team because they give you +1 to your intelligence, which, as I just said, gives you another +2. That can go all the way up to +4 to your intelligence with the +8, which then takes your 15 and bumps it up to a crazy 23 points. No, I can't do math. And 19, which then bumps you up to a +38% per action, which is crazy. So go ahead and do that. Again, unless you're part of a daily ops team and you're doing the daily ops, which just doubles your XP upon completion, or an events team, which does the same thing. And because you're part of a team, it's going to give you that other bonus anyway. Next thing you're going to do, every time you log into this game, you are going to find a bed and sleep. You want that well-rested perk benefit. This is going to give you an additional 5% on your XP bonuses. Then, every time you see the Feed the People event, you're going to go do that event because it's going to give you a canned beef stew. That canned beef stew, you're going to drink it up every hour, and that's going to give you another additional 5%. Now, unfortunately, you can't just chug all the beef stews that you get at the top of it, getting an additional 20%. It doesn't work that way. It caps out at 5%. Any of the food and or drink options cap out at 5%. So, and then there's going to be an event called Summoning the Wise Mothman. Upon completion of this event, a special Mothman is going to show up with like purple eyes instead of his like pale blue eyes. Go talk to him. He's going to give you an additional 5% for the next hour. So 5% for beef stew, 5% for well rested, 5% for wise Mothman, additional 15% on top of your 30% for having a fully maxed out intelligence buffer, plus your team benefit, plus your well rested. You should be sitting at baseline at somewhere around 40 to 45% additional. Now, if it's a double XP, you then get an additional 100%. None of your other stuff get doubled, but it goes to 140% based on what just your basic stats on XP. Then what you're going to do is you're going to look out for a couple of events that you're going to do every single time. If this event shows up, you stop what you're doing, you're going to go to that event because there are going to be a lot of enemies and a lot of people there that are just going to make it a bit easier. And that is Radiation Rumble. I did those missions a couple of times and I went up 6 levels just for doing that event and just swinging and shooting at anything that moved and having everyone else that was there kill the thing. Scorched Earth, you're going to do that because killing the Scorched beats Queen, even if you just get a bullet off or a whack off, gives you mountains of XP. Although this one the Scorched Earth event quickly becomes not as beneficial as Radiation Rumble, so keep that in mind. And what lurks in the Mormay Mine, I think that's what it's called. That is going to be the other one that you always do. Because as long as you can get a group of people to do that event, you are going to have so many Wendigo, so many things to just shoot and attack and kill. If you can get on top of a events team while doing those 3, you are going to be swimming in XP. I went from level 46 to level 100 in 2 weeks. And I didn't use any exploits. Those are just everything that is in the game and meant to be in the game. You can abuse the fuck out of the XP system because it counts as you doing any damage to an enemy and then someone else killing that enemy as your kill, which is actually a really nice thing that they do to kind of to not desensitize, not devalue your efforts, but to make the idea of losing a kill not that hard. It does wonders for you. I literally used that and I felt like I got carried the rest of my playthrough from here on out. Because I walked into a silo to do I Am Become Death, which, by the way, Bethesda, fuck you. Like, that was a quote said by Oppenheimer, who created the nuclear bomb, essentially. And upon realizing what he had created, what he had enabled human beings to do, was scarred for life and dead inside. And you had the audacity to make that the name of a trophy. Fuck off. Like, maybe if this game was really, really good, I'd be like, alright, it was a cool moment. It's a historical thing. I'll give it to you. No. This game doesn't deserve that praise. Fuck you. Okay? Thanks. But you can easily get carried all the way through, which is what happened here. Just because I was in the silo and someone else shot off a nuke when I was in the silo and it was my mission, I got the trophy. I benefited from just being in the room where it happened. So just keep that in mind. A lot of this you don't actually have to play. Money bags for being part of a team, for every time they complete a mission or an event, you get caps. Luckily, possessing 10,000 caps doesn't mean you need to have 10,000 caps in your possession at one time. It's cumulative. And I was really worried about this because, like I said, it had been 3+ years since I had played the game. So I was like, okay, there's been a bunch of seasons, there's been a bunch of updates. Maybe I'm not going to be able to do this. Maybe I actually have to have 10,000 caps on hand at once. Not at all what happened. I was able to get the trophy at around 7,000 caps. But by the end of it, I was doing so many events and so many just grinding stuff out that I ended up getting the 10,000 caps anyway on hand, which is crazy because I didn't end up buying pretty much anything. And then that then leads us through the Fallout Forever, which got me to level 100 and the Platinum Trophy, which is called Platinum Trophy because fuck it all. If Bethesda could be bothered to come up with a name for the Platinum Trophy. I have never wanted someone to just go in and rename the Platinum Trophy, but I would rename it to It Just Works. Like, that's what I would rename this Platinum Trophy. It is sitting at an ultra rare 1.3% with PSN profile trophy hunters sitting in at 5.9%. This has probably been one of the games that I am very proud to say that, like, hey, I have done it. I have platinumed it. But I would never recommend someone do this game. With every other game where I'm like, yeah, I fucking did it. Look at that. The number said I did it. Never again. I never again want to go near this game. This game, I feel, has scarred my desire to go near another Fallout game, which is a shame because I know this is the worst game in the franchise. That doesn't matter. I don't want to go near Fallout for a while. But that's just me. That's just my rants. Thank you guys for listening. What game do you think was supposed to be talked about today? Can you guess it? Probably not. But until next time, my name has been Insane Raven, and I will see you guys in my next episode. Oh, totally forgot to mention, if you guys like listening to my sweet, sweet voice, which, I mean, how could you not? I've actually been re-talking about some of the first games, actually going in chronological order of when I actually popped them, those platinum trophies, over on Spotify and Anchor, bringing this to a full podcast experience over there. So if you guys want to give that a listen, I'd be greatly appreciative. But my name is Insane Raven, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.